Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2022-2023 Awards Gala. My name is Shannon Schramm, and I am the Executive Director for the Byron Center Chamber of Commerce. I welcome you this evening. I just want to go over a few housekeeping items. Please be sure to silence your electronic devices this evening. Tonight's event is going to be recorded through the services of BC Television. The purpose of tonight's award gala is to celebrate our community and the people and businesses that make it a great place to live, work, and do business. I would like to thank our sponsors who made this evening possible. Special thanks to Railside and her team for hosting this event. Special thanks to our presenting partner, Lake Michigan Credit Union. Special thanks to our gala sponsors, DK Homes and Knapp Orthodontics, and of course, all of our Chamber's strategic partners. I would like to thank the Gala Committee for all of their help in putting on this event, as well as many board members. All right, so being that I did not write a speech because I was in my hot tub last night instead of writing a speech, I have just a little fun thing. You have to raise your hand. Who can tell me what the bag in front of you of candy represents? Don't shout it out, because you will not win if you shout it out. Can anybody tell me what that bag represents? And if you've been a former director, you don't qualify. Keith?
Good, because I wouldn't know what it represents.
Anybody? Not even our board people? Jeff Urich? No. Sorry, Jeff. Try again. Oh, that's a good one. Someone else asked me that, but no.
How much fun you have shopping at Jean-Marie's?
That's true, but no. All right, so now I'm just going to have to tell you the answer and pick a winner. So the answer is, it actually represents all of our strategic partners. It represents our platinum sponsors, our gold sponsors, our silver sponsors, and our bronze sponsors.
Wow.
I know, right? I know. Crafty, creative. On that note, I'll keep the bottle of wine I was going to give away tonight. I would like to introduce Becky Beld up, and she has a special tribute to give.
Hello, everybody. As Shannon said, my name is Becky Beld, and for the last 3 years, I have had the honor and the privilege of serving as the Chamber Board President. I know a lot of people are like, 3 years? Isn't it only a one-year term? Yeah, we're laughing. As many of you know, this event last year had to be canceled. I'm going to try to keep this together, guys. Due to the unexpected illness and ultimate passing of our operations manager, interim director, friend, Phil Teets. We had actually hoped to surprise Phil with this last year as a thank you for his dedication to the community and to our chamber. Phil was a man of faith who always put his family first. He was so proud of his kids, his grandkids, and I'm sure many of us in this room have heard a story or two of their many accomplishments. Phil, who had served 2 terms in Vietnam, was an engineer who used his strengths and attention to detail to the fullest. For those of you that have had the privilege to work with Phil on any type of committee, you can probably appreciate the ridiculous spreadsheets and notes that he kept that contained more data than you could ever want or need. I see some of you laughing. He knew the exact size of every event space and had maps and layouts for everything. I can guarantee that he is looking down on us today and thinking, why did they do it that way? While we can joke, I can assure you that Shannon and Donna are beyond grateful for all the nuggets that they found. Phil had a passion for serving chambers. He spent time with Wyoming Kentwood and Gaines prior to coming to us 6 years ago. During his time with us, he kept our chamber going through 3 different chamber directors and COVID. Phil was always willing to do whatever it took to get the job done, even if it meant me having to have a discussion with him, as he was worried about getting work done while on vacation. Or my favorite discussion was when he was trying to work on this event last year while in the hospital. That didn't go over very well. He was truly interested and invested in our members, their businesses and families, and would always ask how everything was going. Phil was truly loved by everyone who knew him. Tonight's event will honor many wonderful people and businesses within our community. It is my privilege to honor Phil Teets and the lasting contributions he's made to our chamber. So as a token of our appreciation, we have a gift for his family to honor and remember Phil, which I'll bring over to you guys in just a minute. Thank you for sharing them with us. At this time, I would like to invite Don Hafer up to open us with prayer.
Thanks, Becky, for that wonderful tribute to Phil. I had an opportunity to work with Phil for several years here on the chamber, and just an amazing man. Is greatly missed and leaves quite a legacy. So I know you guys have had food sitting in front of you for a while, so I'll keep this short. Let's go ahead and pray. Let's bow our heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we just come to you, Lord, tonight with grateful hearts, grateful that we are able to meet together in this place here this evening as members of this community and members of this chamber, Lord. And we have an opportunity to just to recognize some of those who have placed their mark upon our community and that have led in their own special ways very well and been mentors to many, including myself, Lord. And we just thank you for their sacrifice for this community and the gifts and talents that they have offered in service. Lord, as we just see the turmoil that's going on in our world, Lord, we're so thankful for the blessing of this safe and prosperous community, Lord, that you placed us in. Help us not to take that for granted, Lord. Father, just ask your Holy Spirit would be with us here this evening and just guide and direct us throughout this coming week. May we be a shining light for you. In Jesus' name, amen.
I would like to introduce to you our MC for the evening, Terry DeBoer.
Thank you, Shannon. I'm so excited to be here. Probably many of you know that after my almost 35 years of forecasting the weather here in West Michigan, I retired from Wood TV a couple of weeks ago and made the decision to go from corporate media and television to join a small, locally owned company, Jacobs Financial, as the Director of Communications. And it's really exciting for me at this stage of my life to not just be joining a new company and learning a brand new industry, but joining a locally owned company that really is, like many of you in this room, really the fabric of our communities. And so it's with excitement that I'm looking forward to this next season in my life. And I'm super honored and humbled that I've been once again invited back to be a part of this special awards dinner here in Byron Center. You know, it was very sad last year to cancel the event. I got to know Phil on a personal level as he had the vision for what this night would be. He wanted to be like an Academy Awards type celebration because in his mind, the people who run and work at small businesses are the people in our communities who should be celebrated. The people who we see on TV and in movies and the people who are lauded as heroes in this world, really those people are able to pursue those dreams because of the dreams of the men and women in our communities who own and start and really pour their blood, sweat, and tears into small community businesses. And so it's really with great excitement and enthusiasm that we are here tonight and do this in the honor and memory of Phil, who was just such a great champion of our community. I do think we need to give a special round of applause to Shannon. Shannon has had the interesting task of taking over the leadership of an organization that she is now the third executive director in the last few years. She stepped into a role without a whole lot of guidance, but with a whole lot of direction because of all of the notes and all of the great files that Phil left behind. But starting her career here at the Byron Chamber less than a year ago, and to pull off a big event like this, I think we should give her a special round of applause. So we start tonight, I think, with a very fitting award because, of course, none of the businesses would be able to even exist if it were not for the great educational system that we have in this country. We're so blessed in America that every child is allowed to have an education. And so tonight we start our awards with the 2022 set of honorees. And the first is for the Byron Area Teacher of the Year. And this goes to a special lady who has been teaching since 1992. She taught Dutch and English in the Netherlands, English as a second language to immigrants from all over the world in Brooklyn, New York. And since 2011, she has been teaching various high school courses at Zion Christian High School here in Byron Center. The part she really enjoys about teaching the most is equipping her students with the skills they need to excel both academically and personally as they inch closer to adulthood. And she loves to hear about those students who are, after they've graduated, come back to tell her about the great success they are having. So please join me in welcoming the stage our honoree, the 2022 Teacher of the Year from Zion Christian High School, Grace Edouard.
Thank you so much. I am honored to receive this award. It means a lot. Since I am part of a talented and dedicated team at Zion Christian, I also accept on their behalf. Our work at Zion is not transactional. It is relational. Our education philosophy is more than merely imparting information. It is deliberately about enhancing formation, shaping character, and equipping the whole person for a lifelong stewardship of the mind in the context of service. And I am so grateful to live in a community where this is not only encouraged and accentuated, but also celebrated. So once again, thank you so much.
Thank you. And our second Teacher of the Year for 2022 is from Countryside Elementary School. Heidi Morrell has been teaching in Byron Center for 21 years. She's been married to her husband, Scott, for 19 of those years. They have two sons, Mason, who is 16, and Grant, who is 14. Heidi enjoys spending time with her family and friends, and especially watching her boys compete in their cross-country meets. As a family, they love doing lots of outdoor activities together, hiking and biking, and just simply spending time in the great outdoors. She's taught third grade, kindergarten, and currently teaches at Countryside Elementary. She feels blessed and thankful to be able to teach in the Byron Center community, and the part that Heidi says she loves the most about her job is being able to help her students grow academically, emotionally, and socially, Those students definitely are blessed to have such an incredible woman as their teacher, as she wants to teach them to be the best they can be. So please join me in welcoming the Teacher of the Year for 2022 from Countryside Elementary School, Heidi Morell.
Wow, this is just amazing. Good evening to everyone, and thank you so much for coming out tonight to share in this special time of celebrating individuals and businesses in our community. I feel so incredibly honored to have received the Educator of the Year Award for Byron Center Public Schools, and I couldn't be more thankful. I consider each day a blessing that I get to wake up and pour into the lives of my students. It's also a blessing to work alongside of so many talented coworkers, a supportive administration and board, encouraging families, and the Chamber of Commerce and other businesses that support our schools. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for your continued support and for this special recognition.
And now it's time to honor our first Small Business Award winner for 2022. And you know, I can't even imagine how, I know the difficulty I had in leaving my career in broadcasting to join a company that was already doing great things. And for me, it was a bit of a leap, but I can't imagine the leap of faith it takes to start a new company. And that's exactly what Mike and Nancy Jacobs did 5 years ago, as they followed their lifelong dreams to open their own business and opened Apple Spice on lunch delivery and catering with the philosophy of providing great food and treating their customers the way they always wanted to be treated. The philosophy has led to a vibrant, growing business with a loyal following, and the entire greater Grand Rapids area is served with delicious food from their Byron Center commercial kitchen. So for the 2022 Small Business Award, we are recognizing Apple Spice Boxed Lunch Delivery.
Well, thanks, everybody. I do have to ask, just because I'm wondering, raise your hand if you've had an apple spice meal. Oh.
Thank you.
And for those that didn't raise your hand, make a friend and find out what's going on here. So this is such an honor. Thank you.
And like Terry said, throughout our 35 years of marriage, multiple careers, and raising 3 wonderful children, we have had that lifelong dream of owning our own business.
And really, this 5 years that's gone by, as Terry mentioned, has been just kind of crazy. I'm glad we got to recognize Phil, because when I broke away from the corporate world after 30 years, followed this dream, the first thing we did was join the Byron Center Chamber. And in fact, we weren't even open. We had a big empty space and we were interviewing people, and Phil was right there and he was welcoming, and the Byron Center Chamber has helped us along the way. And in fact, the very first employee we ever hired in the Byron Center Chamber is here with us, Liz, so we still have her with us as well. And that dream is alive because of the Chamber and because of all you.
So we opened up 6 months pre-COVID, and thankfully the community really embraced us. We were able throughout COVID to feed essential workers, and then once things started to open up, the rest of the community just followed in and embraced us as well. It was a true blessing.
So we just want to thank the community, everyone here, our team members, and our family that's here with us as well, because as many of you know, you can't open a small business without the support of everyone around you. So thank you, all of you who raised your hands and those who are going to be raising your hands next year. So thank you very much.
And he has his Kansas City Chiefs tie on. Are you a Chiefs fan?
They're playing tonight.
Oh, they're playing tonight. Okay, all right. So, I guess he's hoping we get through the rest of the program very quickly. And if the game starts before we leave, you're not allowed to tell him anything about the game because he's got it recorded. It is a pillar of our community, really, and I think so many of us feel so proud that this very large company chooses to call Byron Township home. Spartan Nash is a food solutions company that delivers ingredients for a better life across two complementary business segments, including food wholesale and grocery retail, located right here in our own backyard. Committed to having a people-first culture, the Spartan Nash family of associates is 17,500 and growing. Its global supply chain network serves wholesale customers that include independent and chain grocers, national retail brands, e-commerce platforms, and did you know they provide the food to the U.S. military commissaries all over the world? It really is incredible that they are located right here in our own backyard. Spartan Nash distributes products for every aisle of the grocery store, from fresh produce to the household goods to its own brands, which include the Family Fare portfolio. And on the retail side, Spartan Nash operates 144 brick and mortar grocery stores, primarily under the banner of Family Fare and D&W, Martin Supermarkets, and in addition to that, dozens and dozens of pharmacies and fuel centers. We are so blessed to honor them as the Large Business Award winner of 2022, and accepting the award this evening is Jim Lilly.
Thank you very much to the Chamber. It's a great honor to get this award. Our company's got roots dating back over 100 years, and we're grateful for the legacy that we've built serving our customers, our store guests, and serving the communities that we work in. We've grown in so many ways. We started out as a co-op. We grew into a wholesaler serving many of the grocery stores that you know, D&W and Family Fare, and now we're a Fortune 400 company that's publicly traded. Our commitment to the community runs really deep. On average, Spartan Nash donates over 576,000 pounds of food to the local community, and we couldn't do that without the support of partners like this at the Chamber. We look forward to continuing to work together, sponsoring events, continuing with our regular food donations, and we're just so appreciative of all the work that you guys do to make our community great. And so, how many people have been to a Family Fare or D&W in here? I had to steal it, but anyway, we appreciate your business, and we look forward to continuing to serve you. And I generally describe Terry as a pillar of the community, so I appreciate her sharing that with us. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It is interesting, and Jim, you probably feel a whole lot like I do. When I left Wood TV, it was like I was watching my own funeral happen, and I was able to hear so many accolades and so many people come out and say what a blessing it was that I had been able to be a part of their world for so long. But I really feel like it is all the people who you never see at Wood TV who make it all happen. And I think at Spartan Nash, that's the thing, the delivery drivers, the people who stock the warehouse shelves, the people who in the middle of the night are driving those semis across the country, those are really the unsung heroes. And so Jim, I know you get to accept the award tonight, but you probably feel exactly like I do, that it is the men and women who make up that workforce, 17,500 of them. Thank you. And so tonight I get to actually introduce one of my longtime friends, who is the winner of the 2022 Chamber Volunteer Award, Sherry Postma, newly changing things up a little bit professionally as well at Benjamin F. Edwards. She and her husband Mark living in Byron Center for more than 25 years and fortunate really to become a pillar of the community, raising their 2 children in this great community. She's been a financial advisor in Byron Center for the past 10 years, and she really is passionate about walking alongside individuals and families as they plan for retirement or other savings goals. It's something that maybe a lot of us don't think about, but it's something that Sherry walks alongside of her clients with. She believes that the financial health of our community is vital, not only to her own local business, but really as a foundation to our community for generations to come. She has thoroughly enjoyed being an active member of the Byron Center community and chamber, and has served on the board, is a member of the Ambassador and Downtown Committees, and co-facilitates the Leads Group, and looks forward to continuing to support the Chamber for years to come. So please join me in honoring Chamber Volunteer Award winner from 2022, Sherry Postman.
Put my glasses on here so I can see what I'm saying. So thank you. What an honor to be presented with this award. It's great to look around and see so many of you that I've been able to do life and business with over the last 10 years. So I truly appreciate each and every one of you. So I joined the Chamber 10 years ago when I started my business here as a financial advisor. And I'll just say during those 10 years, the Chamber, I've certainly been a recipient of the Chamber's tagline of connecting and building businesses in our great community. So I really appreciate all the interactions I've been able to have, the friendships I've been able to form. It's just quite a blessing. So what a privilege to work alongside so many people of integrity in our community that certainly have their heart in the right place. I believe we as business owners have a responsibility to foster and build relationships in our special community. Many people have done that before us, and so now it's our turn, and we can help carry that on for that next generation. So if I can help facilitate that in some way by volunteering, promoting, and participating in chamber events, that seems pretty simple and easy to me. So it's been a blessing to be a part of all of you, exceptional group of people that watch out and care for each other so deeply. So thank you so much.
And now we get to honor the Ken Koster Circle of Honor Awards from 2022. And there are a few names here who have just dedicated and devoted so much of their lives to making the Byron Center area such a wonderful place to live and to raise a family. Don Freehafer is our first honoree tonight. He's a lifetime resident of Byron Center. He was the class of 1979, and he was president of the student body all 4 years. How do you as a freshman get to be president of the student body? Wait a minute. I guess maybe smaller class sizes back then? I don't know. Don, you're gonna have to let us know how that happened. But of course, always a leader, right? He married his high school sweetheart, or was she your grade school sweetheart? Their stories aren't exactly meshing here. Their oldest daughter is a 6th grade teacher at Nichols Intermediate. For 36 years, he's been a physical therapist, 23 years serving in the Byron Center area. He is the owner and founder of Freedom Physical Therapy in Byron Center from 2012 to the present day. He's been a Byron Center Chamber member since he began, and recently served 7 years on the Chamber board, 3 years as board president. He was also once the Ken Koster Circle of Honor Committee chairperson. As the Chamber board president, you'll be happy to hear about this one, he had an instrumental role in expediting the repair work on the 100th Street Bridge. I can't tell you how many times our lead story on Daybreak was, the 100th Street Bridge has been hit again by yet another semi. So yes, fortunately that will never happen again. Don did serve as the board member on the Byron Community Wellness Foundation. He's an active supporter of the Byron Center Public Schools, including the Arts and Music program, which of course we've got one of the premier arts and music programs in the entire country. He served as a deacon, elder, and high school youth leader, praise team member at his church as well, and he's an active supporter, participant, and volunteer at Byron Days Festival, which of course, you can't really be a part of the chamber if you're not going to support Byron Days, right? So please join me in congratulating Don Freehafer, a Circle of Award winner.
It is heavy.
The Godfather.
Oh, thank you, Keith. So if it wasn't for Keith twisting my arm to get on the chamber, when I opened my business, I probably wouldn't be here. But to me, this is a very humbling experience to be up here accepting this award. Like Terry said, I spent 7 years on the chamber board and served as the Circle of Honor Committee chair after Ken Koster passed away. And Ken was just so passionate about this award and this honor. I remember going out with him. We actually used to type up letters and put them in an envelope and hand deliver them to people. And Ken would just be giddy. He just loved it. We'd sit down, have coffee, chat. It was just a wonderful experience. So I'm just so thankful that Ken's legacy lives on through this award. So as Terry said too, I spent the majority of my career here in Byron Center, opened a private practice just around the corner here in 2012, and it's just been a blessing to serve this community. I would like to just quickly read the back of my business card. It has my mission statement and core values. It just states, the mission statement, to provide compassionate care for those who need physical therapy services, to consider the physical, emotional, and spiritual needs of those whom we serve, and to do all that we do in the honor and glory of God. And our core values, to utilize honesty and integrity in all interactions, to commit to serve and support local communities, and to treat all others equally. So I hope that I've lived up to those things. Those are some pretty high expectations, and I know that I wouldn't be here either without a special person that's here, and that's my wife Barb. Barb, if you can just raise your hand there. I'm calling her out. So we actually did meet in kindergarten at Brown School, but we decided not to start dating really seriously until first grade in Northwest Elementary, where our moms were room mothers, and we'd run into each other sometimes in Wilson Avenue grocery store and that sort of thing. But seriously, she's been my rock. I just appreciate you through the ups, the downs, the hard times, the easy times, all the good stuff. But thank you so much for your support and for all of your support as well. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Don, so much. Yeah. You know, it's one thing to say what you stand for. It's another thing to put it in writing on the back of your business card, because I think that you hold yourself accountable, and that's saying a whole lot to the man of character and integrity that you are. So thank you. An award well deserved. Our next honoree is someone who has really stood for the values that he believes in. He is a former teacher and wrestling coach at Byron Center Public Schools from 1972 to 2009. And then he decided to step into the political arena, serving as a state representative for the Michigan House of Representatives, 7th District from 2010 to 2016. He then decided he wasn't quite done with politics yet and took on the role of Byron Township Supervisor from 2016 to 2020. He's an active member of Woodward Baptist Church in Byron Center, and he definitely is a man who is synonymous with Byron Township and community service. Please join me in welcoming our Circle of Honor Award winner from 2022, Tom Hooker.
Actually, I'm a member at Heritage Baptist Church. I grew up at Woodward, and Woodward's now in Byron Center as well. My wife, Pam, who's sitting down over there, we've been married 52 years, and the Lord blessed me with a partner that I could not have prayed more for, and I'm so thankful for her. Not only did she support me in all the years that I was able to teach, but also made most of the brochures that we ever put out when I was running for office, both for the legislature and for the township. And I'm blessed to have a number of my ex-students. In fact, 2 of them just came up to me as I arrived today and reminded me that I was their swimming and lifeguarding teacher. And one of the lifeguards had to pull me from the bottom of the pool. I said I should have started in water, swimming and lifeguarding, when I looked better in a bathing suit. I'm blessed, having taught for so many years. I have a number of students even here tonight, and I have so many times said, and my wife has so many times said, that Byron Center is a great place to live, to raise your family, to shop, and to be a part of. And every time that I went in the legislature, I was honored to be able to represent a great community like we have. There's never been a place like Byron Center, and until you get outside the community, you don't recognize how great it is and how wonderful it is. I got to know Phil, and Ken Koster was a good friend. I served with him, even coached football with him, and I can be thankful that the Circle of Honor is Ken Koster, because not too many people want their name on the hooker line. But I'm blessed to be a part of our community. I'm so thankful to the chamber and the businesses that are here that keep our community flowing and running smoothly. Continue to fight for the right. It's important to have those values that Don talked about, the values that, by the way, Don and Barb were both students of mine, so you know how old I am. I'm a little ancient, and he thinks he's old. I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed to live in this community, have raised my family here, and it's exciting and humbling to be honored as we have tonight. Thank you very much.
Our next honoree this evening is a man who's had a huge impact on Byron Township. He's been a 4-H leader. He served in the Army. He helped build the football field, donating surveying expertise in the 1970s, and as a member of the Athletic Boosters, raised the funds to help build the football field. He was on the school board for 8 years. He was a deacon at Byron Center First Reformed, an elder, including vice president of Byron Center First Reformed. He was on the chain gang at the football games for 20 plus years on his way down to be way down on the field. It was a way that he could be down on the field. He was a Little League coach in the 60s and 70s and 80s, a leader of mission trips from his church with the youth. So many other accomplishments in his life. And so this evening, we are honoring, as a part of the Circle of Honor Award recipients of 2022, Jake DeCline.
And we're going to come to you, sir. He's special, so.
I want to thank you very much for this honor. I was born here and right on Burlingame, right in the old farmhouse, and I built on the farm land. And I raised 4 children, 3 boys and a wonderful girl. Tomorrow I turn 21 and she turns 86. So I think that's the other way around, but anyway, I had a wonderful family and many, many grandchildren, 33 great-grandchildren. So I couldn't have did it without my wife of 63 years.
Well, I think we've solved a big mystery tonight. People keep wondering, how is the population of Byron Township growing so fast? Well, because apparently Jake and his family are pretty fertile. So I think that means we're going to have generations of declines in Byron Township for years to come. So congratulations. Oh, what an incredible night. You know, it's amazing when you think about how quickly time passes, and I think Jake probably would echo these statements. You know, every day you feel like it's just another day, and that really is how life goes. One day rolls into the next and into the next, and before you know it, 10 years goes by, and then 20, and then 30, and then all of a sudden you take a look back and you look around and you think of everything that you've been involved with and everything that has grown in our community. And I think we've been able to really mark that here in Byron Township with just the quick development of everything. You know, we marked time since when, you know, Dome World was out at 84th and 131, and now here it is, one of the largest shopping destinations in all of West Michigan. So really quite incredible growth, and a lot of that's because of the men and women, the visionaries here in this room tonight. So we're now moving into the slate of 2023 honorees. And so we really go back to the beginning and the core of any successful community. And of course, that is the education that our students receive. The Byron Area Teachers of the Year for 2023, we're starting out with the public school teacher. And that is from Brown Elementary School, Gail Corey. Gail has been teaching for 27 years at Brown Elementary. She's taught 5 years of second grade and 22 years of third grade. So we're going to have to ask her what the difference is between those second and third graders. Is that extra year just that developmental year that makes them easier to tolerate? Maybe they can get their snow pants on by themselves, and that makes a huge difference. She loves the kids, of course she does, loves making connections with them. She loves keeping in touch with her students, watching them grow, right, and through the years go to college and maybe get married and start families of their own. She enjoys having multiple siblings in each family. Many of them are like family members to her. She loves the teachers that she works with, and her third grade team is quite amazing. They make coming to work so much fun. What does happen in that teacher's lounge? She'll never tell. Another reason she loves teaching is being able to learn new things and do something new every day. Outside of work, she loves spending time with her own family. Her family really is everything to her, and she enjoys everything with them, traveling, enjoying dinners together, and just catching up. So please join me in welcoming to the stage our Teacher of the Year award winner for 2023 from Brown Elementary School, Gail Corey.
You guys are not third graders, you're a little scary out here. First of all, I'd like to thank the Chamber for just this amazing award, and the parents that wrote in and suggested that I win this award. That was so amazing. I'd like to thank the Byron Center administration. They are always supportive of us and are always helping us get to where we need to go. Of course, I want to thank my third grade team because they are amazing and make it great to work with. I had the blessing of working with Heidi Morrell. We loved working together. That was great. Most of all, I'd like to thank my family. I have my kids are sitting all right over there with me, and they have been through everything with me. They encourage me. They are always there asking how my day went. They listen to me. My daughter is teaching special ed, and we talk to each other every day and talk about our kids. And I'd really like to thank my husband, who has been there for me for everything. So he comes and he fixes the chairs in the room, he adjusts the desks for me, he carries things, he's always there for me. And without him, I couldn't do what I do. So thank you guys very much.
And it really is almost hard to even imagine what life must have been like for all the teachers, especially those of the younger elementary school students during COVID when they were teaching from home, teaching students who were from home. And so I'm guessing that the fact that we have these teachers who decided to not retire during all of that is an extra special blessing. Our next Teacher of the Year award for 2023 is from Byron Center High School. Doug Adema is in his 37th year of teaching. He teaches biology and AP, Advanced Placement Biology. He's coached football and basketball and baseball and swimming. He serves as the National Honor Society advisor and class advisor. He was an adjunct professor from Muskegon Community College and Grand Rapids Community College, and enjoyed working with 125 new students each year and their own uniqueness. And his hobby is gardening and yard work. So exciting, and probably looking at a lot of stuff under a microscope. So please join me in welcoming to the stage our Teacher of the Year for 2023 from Byron Center High School, Doug Adema.
I also would like to thank the Chamber. This is a very unexpected honor for me, and I appreciate the nomination, and I appreciate the recognition greatly. I also want to extend my thanks to my family. If you're an educator, you bring a lot of things home with you, literally and figuratively. And so they've heard a lot of laughs, and they've heard a lot of rants out of me. Regarding, did you read what this kid wrote? So I appreciate their support. 37 years is a long time, and in reflecting back on that, I've moved a couple buildings in that 37 years. Started with chalk and a blackboard and a ditto machine. Remember those days, Tom? And now we're computers, cell phones, and iPads, so things have changed there. And staff has changed. I actually went through and counted. I've sat under, well, numerous boards of education, but 5 different superintendents and 7 different principals, and I considered ranking them, but too many of them are still over here. So I won't do that. So yeah, there's over that amount of time, there's just been a tremendous amount of change. But what hasn't changed is the support that this community has shown for the schools, for all aspects, whether that's athletics, arts, academics. So we appreciate that. Every teacher appreciates that, trust me. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And now it's time to honor our businesses for 2023. And our Large Business Award recipient is, I'll tell you, their establishment is like a landmark here in Byron Center. It was first, of course, we had 2 animals that really provided landmarks here, the chicken and the cow, right? Byron Center Meats, what started as a small-town butcher shop and meat locker in 1946 has grown into an award-winning USDA-inspected processing plant supplying local restaurants and businesses, local families, of course, including my very own, with the best local cuts of meat. Of course, we all remember in 2007 that devastating plant fire, but God's providence was great, bringing them back bigger and stronger and better than ever. In 2019, Byron Center Meats won the Entrepreneur of the Year Award for the MSU Product Center and the Michigan State University Extension. Over the past few years, they've continued to expand their processing rooms to increase production and to support local livestock producers and food service companies. They're fortunate to be in the 4th generation. Can you believe that? 4 generations. Family-owned meat processing company. They have been on the same block in a little bit of a different location for almost 8 decades. Their meat cutters have more than 200 years of experience, and their customers come from all over northern Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, and of course, Byron Center and our local communities. They're blessed to be a part of the Byron Center community and grateful to serve the customers and their community. Please join me in recognizing Byron Center Meats as the Large Business Award recipient for 2023 and Steve and Laura Seitzman.
This is definitely an honor and very humbling for us, and just have the foundation that we had with my grandparents and parents, and we wouldn't be here without the foundation they laid and the blessing that the Lord has blessed our work. And it's just been amazing to be part of the community. Terry mentioned the fire, and just that was just one experience of just tremendous outreach, people encouraging, and yeah, from bringing us all our employees ice cream cones for a few days to lots of different things. But it's been just been an honor to be part of the community, and again, we feel extremely blessed.
Yeah, for me personally, as a wife and a mom and a daughter-in-law, to be able to share my days working with Steve and our kids, and Jim and Ruth as our parents, and even Gerald and Gert, grandparents. A lot of you know them, served with them, lived in community with them, right? A lot of you shop with us and know our staff by name. Hopefully you feel like our staff knows you by name. I do want to recognize Samantha here. Steve mentioned that community. We really feel blessed to be in Byron Center and have that heritage and reputation, but really feel blessed by our team members, specifically Sam, who has just really taken it up a notch for us and just continue to build that relationship. And we're just really, really grateful to be in Byron Center.
Now it's time to recognize our Small Business Award winner. This is it's an interesting story of incredible growth into our community. Jean Marie's is a beautiful store up at Metro Village. I have to tell you that it is a great place to find fun and affordable fashion, with affordable as the key word here. All you'll be happy about that. They run from sizes extra small to 3XL, and they really do take great pride in giving each guest a memorable experience. And the primary goal is to make sure every guest that walks in the store feels a little better when they leave than they did when they came in. Now, the inspiration started back in 2005 when a young couple, Jennifer and Matt Holmes, opened their first store, Home and Company, in the downtown Clock Building in Holland. Then in 2015, Jean Marie's opened with a new name inspired by their daughters' middle names. The first Jean Marie's location opened on Chicago Drive in Holland in 2015, and then in May of 2017, a second location was added in downtown Grand Haven, then a third location in downtown Holland, and then in June of 2020, a fourth location that year, and that's the one that we have here at the Metro Health Campus in Wyoming. That was opened in 2020. Something that makes that location stand apart from the others is that they have additional space inside to host shopping parties, which is always a whole lot of fun. They offer private shopping experiences, exclusive private fitting rooms. They're a great place to spend together with large groups of friends. You can reward your staff by a shopping experience there, or just create a reason for an evening out. They support so many of the great events here in Byron Center, from the golf outings and our pop-up shop during Byron Days. For the ladies here tonight, by the way, on the way out, you have a little gift bag. 2 lucky winners will find a gift card, and there are certain special items, gift items in each one of those bags. And so tonight, we are honored to recognize Deanna Simmons, Rachel Rutgers, and Raina Sikama from Jean Marie's, the Small Business Award winner of 2023.
Hello, everybody. First off, we would love to just say thank you to everybody in the community, but most importantly for Shannon and Donna for allowing us to be a part of the Chamber and everything that the Chamber does. We have truly been honored with this award. We were not expecting it. They stopped into the store and let us know that we won this award, and we were truly shocked. But it is all thanks to everybody in this community and recognizing us, so truly thank you for everybody's support. We're a pretty new business here, so it's been fun getting to grow in this community. It's been truly a blessing to be a part of it. But we are so excited for the years to come, being a part of the Chamber. We can't wait for all of the events that we get to do with everybody, the free gifts we love to provide for everybody as well. So yeah, we can't wait to see what 2024 has in store for us this coming year. So thank you much, everybody. We truly appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
And as we enter what eventually will be the holiday shopping season, I think that Jean Marie's is a great illustration of why it's so important that we shop local as much as we can. These small businesses are leaps of faith that are taken by young men, young women, people who are a little bit maybe more advanced in their careers. But it's really essential that we don't just let our fingers do the walking when it comes to our shopping decisions, but we actually get our tails in gear, get in the car, and go to those local retailers, because these are our friends and our neighbors. These are our fellow church members, and these are the people who we do life with, and so it's important that we do business with them as well. So congratulations, ladies. Our Chamber Volunteer Award winner for 2023 is John Doctor from ServPro. John has worked for ServPro for 10 years and has been involved with the Byron Center Chamber for the past 5. He's volunteered at the last 4 Byron Center Chamber golf outings and has attended many of those ribbon cutting ceremonies and open houses as his schedule has permitted. Volunteering has given him the opportunity to give back to the community and meet new people and new businesses along the way. The importance of being involved in the community is something that is deep to his heart and something that he really understands. John is married to his beautiful wife, Dawn. They have 4 children and 13 grandchildren, all to keep them busy. And so we want to honor, as Chamber Volunteer Award winner for 2023, John Doctor.
I'm honored to accept this award. Several things I like about the Chamber, being a member of the Chamber, is to be involved in the community and meet many, many people. And through the years, I have met many people and formed a lot of great relationships. And one that I honor and cherish is the one that I had with Phil. Helped him out there on the golf outings, and I'll remember that forever. So anyways, thank you very much, and it's a great honor to be a part of the Chamber.
Our Ken Coster Circle of Honor Award winner for 2023 is Scott Joseph. Scott has spent the last 25 years in education, 7 years as a math teacher, 4 years as assistant principal, 14 years as principal, and this his first year as the executive director with the Byron Center Public Schools. His education includes a bachelor's degree in math, a minor in Spanish from Calvin College, a master's degree in leadership, and an education specialist degree in educational leadership from Grand Valley State University. And he's currently finishing his PhD at Western Michigan University. And what he loves about the jobs he's held, well, of course, you don't throw your entire life into education if you don't love kids. And so his first love professionally are the kids. He loves watching the students figure things out, figure out who they are, and maybe more importantly, who they will become, watching them become confident and kind and intelligent as individuals who are ready to take on the next challenge. Of course, all of those years in the classroom and in leadership come along with a lot of colleagues, and so he loves so many of the staff that he's helped and had the privilege to work with along the years, watching their genius shine and helping them get into a place where they can do their most amazing work and love it. The challenge? Well, he loves solving complex problems by talking to people, gathering information, listening, and communicating, all for a better unity and understanding. The results? Well, Scott loves seeing when systems and processes collide with people who are doing amazing things, when the outcome comes along and meets all of those goals. Scott enjoys being a servant and helping others succeed no matter what assignment they may have. He loves seeing how God has worked in people's lives, and as he gets called in to help, he watches God do great things through other people. Outside of work, well, he loves all the outdoor stuff. Snowmobiling, mountain biking, adventure racing, water skiing, wake surfing, running. He enjoys spending time with his beautiful wife, watching his kids grow into young adults. His daughter, by the way, is a junior at Calvin University, going into secondary teaching with a degree in mathematics. And his son was just recently accepted into Grand Valley State University, where he plans to study project design engineering. And he's so excited to have both of his kids getting an alumni scholarship. So please join me in welcoming to the stage our Ken Coster Circle of Honor Award winner for 2023, Scott Joseph. The brick has not been engraved yet, so you're going to have this, which is much lighter for now.
Well, first I want to thank Chamber for putting this on. This is a great unifying event that brings Byron Center together. So thank you to the Chamber and for all the work that you've done. I also have to thank my wife, who is also my high school sweetheart. We met in 6th grade at a Valentine's Day dance. And she has been by my side for over 26 years in marriage. And she is the one who reminded me tonight that this actually wasn't me that did anything. Like, come on, it's not you. And she's right. Actually, it is the Lord's work that has really all come together. And I'm seeing him work here. See, 14 years ago, I accepted a phone call from Byron Center, and it was 10 minutes after I had prayed a prayer of surrender and said, wherever you send me, I will go. Be careful if you ask that, by the way. And so here 14 years later, I've been so blessed to be in this community and be a part of something where God is working. And He is. He's working through all of you. And I see this because I see your servant hearts and the work. I know a ton of you that are in here, and I know you're people who roll up your sleeves to get the work done. That's what makes Byron Center awesome. And so from the outside, people say, well, what's so great about Byron Center? It's this. It's unifying people, coming together, working hard, doing the servant work. If kids need to be fed, you feed them. If work needs to be done, you do it. There's an old movie, Robots, where it says, see a need, fill a need. And that is what Byron Center does. And it's awesome to see that. And I obviously have a heart for education, and part of that is we can have great stories. And Doug, thank you for marking me as #1 administrator, by the way. But just on Friday, we got to start our day with a live chicken in a backpack because a student felt like bringing his chicken to school. The great thing is he took out all of his books and everything to put the chicken in the backpack. And when we called Mom, the phone rang from inside the backpack that he took. Right after that, you've got a student throwing up right in front of you. You got to clean that up. And then about 30 seconds later, you have a parent who is really upset with you and calling you names you don't want to hear. And that's good work, because now we can laugh and we can know that the good work is happening. So obviously, great things are happening in Byron Center. You guys are part of an awesome community, and I have a challenge for all of us. And the challenge is this, that we go out and we find the next person that we can bring into this great work that Byron Center is doing, engage them in servant leadership and watching our community grow. So thank you so much for this award and for this honor tonight.
And now we're going to turn the program back over to Shannon. Thank you again so much for allowing me to be part of this special event tonight. On your tables, you have the little programs. Please take those along with you and thank those businesses that have supported this effort and the rest of the efforts of the Byron Center Chamber, because we know great things get done, but they don't happen unless great businesses and people are willing to do the work and make it happen. So thank you so much, and thanks for, again, having me as your MC tonight.
First of all, thank you to everybody for coming out tonight and supporting the event. Special thanks to Terry DeBoer. This is for you. Congratulations on your retirement. Partially, she's back to work. And we had her here tonight. Just a reminder, stay and finish your desserts or whatever if you haven't gotten a chance to do that. Also, all of the ladies, be sure to take your special gift on your way out. And like Jean Marie said, 2 lucky people will get a gift card. So I appreciate all of you, and without all of our team for the chamber, our board members, our ambassadors, and my right, left, and both feet person, Donna, this would not be possible. Thanks so much.